This print-on-demand store has done millions of dollars in sales. They've also got over 250,000 customer reviews. They're selling dozens of high-profit print-on-demand items. They have hundreds of thousands of followers on their Facebook and Instagram pages, but how are they doing it? Hey Joe, it's Folks here. The best strategy for selling print-on-demand products in the year 2024 is for sellers to go all in on building their own store and using the power of social media to make sales. That is the exact strategy I have been using to grow this store to almost $10,000 in sales profitably over the last 6 weeks. I've been documenting this here on my channel, and in today's video, I want to show you an example of a really cool print-on-demand store that I found. It is a very simple store. It is called YesWeVibe.com. They basically just have products and customer review photos here on the homepage. On their product pages, they have some, what I'm assuming are real photos, potentially not product mock-ups. They have some descriptions of the actual products as well. On social media, they are extremely active, posting lots of different product photos as well as lots of simple images like these here. We'll break some of those down as we go through the video today. When it comes to products, this store is really quite simple. They have a ton of different footwear items, different sneakers, different casual shoes, a few different pairs of boots as well. Here inside of the Printify catalog, you can see lots of different footwear items very similar to the site that we are looking at today. And these are actually some of the most profitable print-on-demand items out there. These low-top sneakers here are available in Printify, and they charge $21.26 with a Printify premium account. If we click into the store, we can see that they have low-top sneakers that they are pricing at $85. Printify also has these shoes available with the black sole as well, just like this store is doing here. When it comes to different apparel, they've got hooded blankets, they've got hoodies, they've got leggings, they have what's called a hoodie dress as well. Something like that is also available from Printify here. You can see that this is an all-over printed item, which means your design covers the entire thing. You can see here on the Yes We Vibe store that they've created an amazing little bohemian mandala design, and they've covered the entire hoodie dress with it. They are pricing this at $70. Inside of Printify here, you can see that with a Printify premium account, this product costs just $20.69, which ultimately makes it very profitable because, like I said, they are selling it here for $70. Printify also has these other items here. You can get leggings from Printify. You can also sell hooded blankets like this. If you did want to sell these products and you don't have a Printify premium account, you can use code NINJA50, that's NINJA50, in your Printify account to get a free month of Printify Premium. And if you're in the process of getting a print-on-demand store together and you want to sell on social media, I do have a free course. It's called POD for Dummies. There's a link down in the description. Inside are over 30 videos to help you to get started. When it comes to marketing, they are absolutely crushing it as well with the free marketing strategy that I talk about here on my channel, and also the one that I talk about in the POD for Dummies course. You can see that they have over 48,000 followers. They have a very simple bio up here. They basically talk a little bit about what they stand for. They have their contact information there and a link to the store. As we scroll through, we have a very healthy mix of product photos. Some of them do appear to be product mock-ups. Some of them are customer photos as well. They've also put a lot of effort into different posts like this here. As we scroll through, you will see that every couple of posts or so, they are creating these quote image posts to basically supplement all of their product photos. When it comes to posting on Instagram and trying to grow a following like this, what I always say is that you should have like an 80-20 ratio, meaning 80% of your content should be brand related or customer photos or quote images like they are creating here, and then an additional 20% are just straight up promotions of your products. This store has gone a little bit more heavy than I typically do in terms of actual products. Granted, a lot of their photos are from customers, which ultimately kind of gives them a pass because it's not them just posting a bunch of mock-ups like this here or simple images like this here where they've taken 4 mock-ups and put them into a grid. Ultimately, posts like this here, they likely have some sort of a template where they've got these different background images. They also go in, change out the quote, they make a post, they have a couple of hashtags in here, and ultimately, like I said, that seems to be the basic strategy that they have been using to grow their follower base. They've also got a lot of posts like this where they are showing customers customer submitted photos. This person here, this is likely their Instagram account tagged inside of the caption, is the one who shared this post with them. And ultimately, this is a great way to spread awareness about the store because it shows real people with the actual products. A strategy like this, while it is free, is definitely a long-term play. You're not going to just start your store and immediately have 48,000 followers. This store has likely been at this for quite a long time. I've got a lot of videos here on my channel talking about my own experience with actually using organic marketing to make sales. It is definitely something that you will want to put time into, but don't expect overnight results with it. The key is to be consistent, and ultimately, as you grow your follower base, you will be able to make organic sales. Here on the store's Facebook page, they have over 130,000 followers, and they are basically doing the same thing that they have done on Instagram. They are posting lots of different customer photos, as well as some that do appear to be some sort of a mock-up. They are pretty consistent with it as well. You can see here as I'm making this video, all of the posts that we've seen so far are pretty recent. This one was made 4 days ago. Everything else has been made within the last couple of days. In terms of the setup of the Facebook page, they have a very simple banner up at the top showing some of their shoes. They also put the text on it, custom sneakers. They've got their logo for their profile photo. They do have a little bit of a bio here in the intro section as well. They do have a 1-800 number, which is likely just some sort of a free Google Voice number. They also have their support email address as well as the link to their store. This store is also running a lot of Facebook ads. We can tell that by clicking on the About section here, scrolling down a little bit, clicking on Page Transparency. It will say right here, this page is currently running ads. Running ads on social media is one of the best ways to get traffic to your store. Very soon here on my channel, I'm going to be doing an entire series teaching you all about marketing products on social media in the same way that I am currently using in my own print-on-demand stores. From this page, if you just click the See All button down here at the bottom, this pop-up will come up. You can see again, it says this page is currently running ads. If we click here, go to Ad Library, we will be able to view all of the ads this store is currently running. This is a very large store. We can see that they do have 2,500 ads here inside of the ads library. We can see the most recent ones that launched in May of 2024 up at the top. On each one of the ads, you can see a preview of the actual ad image they are using, as well as right here, it tells us which platforms the ads are actually running on. So it seems like they are running these on both Facebook and Instagram. We can also continue to scroll down here, and this is honestly one of the easiest ways to research your competitors. If you find a store that is very similar to the niche that you are trying to sell in and you're looking to sort of replicate what they've done with social media, coming in here to the ads library is one of the best ways to do that. You can get some awesome ideas in terms of ad copy as well as different ad creative ideas. You can see that all of the ads that this store is running are extremely simple. They are not like advanced product videos or anything like that. They are basically all mock-ups. Whenever I talk to people about ads, they typically get a little bit nervous about spending money to promote their items. And ultimately, like I said, I am going to be making a full series all about social media to help you to get started with a low daily budget. So make sure to subscribe if you're not already, so that way you can see that when the video goes live. Earlier, I mentioned that this store has done millions of dollars in sales. The way that I know that is because on the store, they're saying that they have over 250,000 happy customers, which ultimately to get to $1 million in sales would only need to have $4 per sale. Obviously, with these products that they're selling that are high in profit, they have done much more than that. If you are looking to recreate a store like this, it's actually quite simple. I can come in here into Shopify. I can begin adding different sections. Ultimately, we could start at the top with one of these image banner sections. I could drag that up to the top. Below that, we could add a rich text section to sort of showcase something about the actual store. Below that, we could begin adding in different products. We could have a featured collection like this. All of our products would display from left to right. We could then add another section. We could add like a photo collage or something, kind of like that store that we looked at today has. We could then also add what's called a multi-row section like this that would kind of allow us to showcase different things about our products. And very quickly, we would have a store beginning to come together. Obviously, right now there's nothing here, but you can see that in about 30 seconds, I was able to build out a store here inside of Shopify. This is exactly what I teach you how to do inside of the POD for Dummies course. Like I said, it's completely free. There's over 30 videos inside of it. If you wanted to replicate this, again, step one would be to actually choose a specific niche. I always say when it comes to choosing a niche, sometimes if you are at a loss for what to actually start with, maybe choosing something that you are personally interested in could be a great way to get started. Obviously, there are lots of different niches out there. I typically try to choose things that are either passions or identities that people have, because ultimately that's going to give me the highest chance of success. If again, you're struggling with finding one, maybe choose something that you are personally passionate about or some sort of an identity that you actually have. Next step would be to choose one or two products. At the beginning, definitely try and keep it simple. Obviously, there are lots of different items out there. Printify has over 1,000 different products that we can actually choose from. The reason I say to choose 1 to 2 products is so that way at the beginning you can keep things simple. When you first open your store, you really only need 4 to 8 designs on it. Ultimately, if you are choosing 4, 5, or 6 different items and making 4 designs for each, you're going to end up with dozens of designs on your store. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but at the beginning you should prioritize launching, keep it simple, and only make a handful of designs. From there, you'd want to start building your store. I just sort of demonstrated a few moments ago about how you can create a homepage that sort of looks like a brochure for your products and your brand. Personally, I think this store here is just a little bit too simple. Obviously, it's working for them. They just have some products and some customer reviews. It's quite clear that they are just relying heavily on the fact that they have tons of social proof. At this point, they're just running lots of different ads on social media. For me, I would definitely like to add some different text sections in here, maybe a multi-row section like I showed you before to kind of highlight some different features of some of the items. But ultimately, again, you do want to keep it simple on the homepage. You don't want to have like this never-ending scroll on your homepage. You kind of just want to showcase your products and a few different things about your store. Next would be to get yourself a name for the store. I always say keep it simple. A couple of words together is just fine. Try not to make up random words and ultimately just try to keep it simple. One of the domain extensions that I use and recommend is a .store domain. These are domains that have been proven to get stores more traffic. You can see here that they cite a study that shows that an online store on a .store domain gets 87% more traffic. It also gets 2 times the search visibility and a 12% lower cost per conversion. These types of domains also tell your customers that you are a store. At this point, lots of different really big celebrities and other brands have switched to a .store domain. You can see here that the Discord store is on a .store domain. People like Michelle Obama or Mr. Beast or Citizen Watches. Bruce Springsteen has a .store domain for his merchandise. Maroon 5, Universal Music Group, and even Mariah Carey. Currently, there are over 1 million people using a .store domain. If you're interested in a .store domain, you can go to get.store and search to see if the one that you're looking for is actually available. I do have a code on the screen as well to get you a great deal on your first year. After you do have a domain name, you would want to create your social media pages. I typically start with just Facebook and Instagram. I have done some TikTok. I have done some Pinterest as well, but those are definitely the key pages for me. Like I said in a future video here on the channel, I'm going to demonstrate the creation of those pages as well as some strategies that you can use to get started with selling. And ultimately, I wanted to make this video today to show you an example of this store that is successful. They're not selling t-shirts. They are definitely selling some high profit items, and I wanted to show you some of the things that they have done to be successful. We took a look at their Facebook page. I showed you how they're basically just posting social proof photos as well as mock-ups. We talked about their banner up at the top. I showed you how to go into the About section and see if a page is actually running ads. We took a look at their Instagram account. They've got over 48,000 followers. They're basically going all in on organic marketing as well. This is a great free strategy that you can use when you're getting started. Obviously, it is a little bit of a long-term play. It's not going to be an overnight thing, but it's definitely something that you will want to start using on your store as soon as you open it. Hopefully, this has been cool to see. I'm going to continue to do this here on the channel as well. I've been doing lots of research lately for the new store that I am working on that I talked about earlier, and I have come across about a dozen or so stores that are doing just as well as this. And on my channel here, I'm going to continue to make videos like this where I sort of break them down and show you some of the marketing that they are actually doing. If you'd like me to look at stores that are in your niche, you can type your niche down in the comments below, and as I do research, I will try to find different things that are relevant to what you're doing to hopefully help you out. And like I said, hopefully this has been a cool video to watch. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.